There's a bug right on that window. I can't tell if it's inside or outside. It's stressing me out a little bit. Anyways. What is demisexuality? With Sarah. With a teenager who is demisexual. Wow, get lit. No, I feel like, so, okay, the bug was inside, in case anyone was wondering. It's just fluttering around. Anyways, I feel like a lot of people don't know what being demisexual is, demisexuality in general. And the only reason I'm making this video is because I am demisexual, hey. And I just feel like people need to know what it is because it doesn't really get that much, I guess, coverage in the media. Not that, what was I gonna say? I don't think that's how I meant to word it, but I guess like enough coverage, like people don't know a lot about it because it's not really as spoken about as like being gay or lesbian or bisexual. Not that those are spoken about a crazy amount either, actually. We still have a lot of progress to be made with that, but I just feel like in general, demisexuality is just sort of a voodoo, not really known thing unless you are looking at sexualities, I suppose. I don't know if I worded that right, but I know a lot of people don't really know what being demisexual is, and when I tell my friends that I am demisexual, they need me to explain to them what it is, so I feel like this is just a fun, easy video to just knock it out. I can just link them to this. But yeah, so what is being demisexual? So I'm going to give you a definition that comes up on Google. A demisexual person is someone who's not experienced sexual attraction unless they form a strong emotional connection with someone. So how it is pretty much, it's under the asexual umbrella, where there's gray sexual, asexual, demisexual, and a lot of just sexualities or, what is the word I'm looking for? Just, yeah, like preferences, all those things. There's a big umbrella. And so, yeah, so I'm demisexual, and what it is pretty much is when you, like the definition says, when you do not experience sexual attraction until you have an emotional bond with someone. And pretty much what like the term means, like not what the definition is, but demi is halfway, and so it's like halfway through being asexual and halfway through being sexual. Not that the sexuality is like half of a sexuality, it is a full sexuality, but like that is what the term put together means, the word. How it is for me is, so I'll just, I guess, say how it is, and then I'll just read off what other people feel it is, I suppose. Pretty much for me is that I do not see a person and think, wow, they are super hot. Like, I do not feel sexual attraction to them. So there's a lot of examples, like sometimes demisexuals, like they do not feel like they don't like sex or they're repulsed by it. There's actually a study where it was 2/3 of demisexuals that they had studied within a group were repulsed by sex, and then there's that 1/3 that was enjoyed sex. And so that 1/3, but you don't feel a sexual attraction to a person. So differences: sexual attraction and then wanting to have sex, different. I do not see a celebrity and think, wow, they are hot, and I do not imagine myself having sex with them, or see a person and think, wow, they're really sexy, I wonder what they're like in bed. I do not think that. I just do not have that sexual attraction to a person. But then once a close bond has been made with a person, it's usually in romantic relationships most of the time, in general for any demisexuals, but I obviously can't speak for everyone, just from things I've read and whatever. It's usually in a romantic relationship when you get that bond and then you feel the sexual attraction to the person. Like for me, with a certain person, it took me a couple weeks, but very intense emotional weeks with that person, of just bonding and just learning so much and experiencing who that person is and realizing whatever about them, that after those few weeks I started feeling sexual attraction to that person. But then sometimes in other cases it could take people years to feel that way about a person. It could take them weeks. It just all depends on the scale of how deeply you feel that emotional bond with a person, and then you feel a sexual attraction. And then sometimes it doesn't even happen at all with the person. A lot of the times people find demisexuals only have like 1 to like, I don't know, I want to say like 1 to 5, that could be like an estimate, like that amount of people that they feel sexual attraction to in their whole entire life, while people that are not asexual, that are on the non-asexual side of the umbrella, they feel sexual attraction whenever. But there's a difference between sexual attraction and the need to have sex. You can choose to participate in having sex, but you cannot choose to have sexual attraction as a demisexual, if that makes sense, I suppose. Like flew on my face. Oh my god. Yeah, and then a lot of people ask me, it's a choice, obviously, and they're like, oh, well, you choose to be like this. When actually that's also not the case. I guess people still ask gays or lesbian, or really anyone in the community, actually, they say, you choose this. There's still people that do that, and that's not how it works. Please figure it out. That's not how it works. We don't choose this. No, it's not abstaining from sex, like being like, oh no, I can't hook up with a person, I don't know them. That's not how it is. There are people that are like that, like people that aren't demisexual, where they're like, I just don't want to sleep with someone because I don't know them that well, but that doesn't mean you're demisexual. That means you could still have an attraction to them. You probably still could think that person is hot or sexy or whatever before having that bond, but you just don't want to have sex with them because that just doesn't seem appropriate in your mind or whatever the reasoning. But here, you don't feel that attraction. You need that bond to have that attraction. So I'm not like trying to stay pure, I suppose. This is just how it is. I'm just like, hey, I don't want to sleep with you because I just don't feel that way about you. But then, yeah, like, then after you have that bond and after you feel that sexual attraction, then from there on, it is when you can decide if you want to act on your sexual behavior or not. That's just all about your decision and who you are and whatever. There's really no judgment. It's honestly, there's none, but that's just how it is. Like, there's a difference between a choice and then just how it is. Why we need a label? My mom asked me when I came out to her, why is this a label? Why aren't you just saying it as it is? I feel like a label just makes me feel like more organized almost. Like, it makes me feel like a person. Everyone in the LGBT plus community has a label. And some people don't like labels, some people do, but for me personally, I just feel like having this label and being able to be like, hey, this is who I am, without having to go into this huge explanation, is really, really nice. And there's some people where I don't have to explain it to them. They're just like, okay, I don't know what that means, I'll Google it, where they're like, okay, whatever, like that's fine, you do you. But having this label is nice, I think, for me. I enjoy being able to be like, I'm demisexual, and not being like, I don't feel sexual attraction when I look at people, I need to have a bond with them. I think that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So yeah, I don't know, it's nice. Yeah, demisexuality, it's under this huge umbrella, and I feel like I could have covered so much more. I feel like I just sort of went off on tangents. But hopefully I covered enough. If I didn't, ask me more questions and then like put them in the comments or something and I'll do that. But I just, yeah, I don't know. If you have more questions, just like hit me up. I could tell you about experiences or something. I've only recently come to terms with this within the past year. And it's really nice that I have, because I always thought I was like super, super weird. Like when I would be dating someone and I'd be like, I don't feel it. So it's nice that I've finally come to terms with it and like realized that there is a label for it and that I'm not weird. I'm just a person. But yeah, I feel like this sort of just trailed off. But if you have any more questions or if you have anything you want to ask me relating to this, please do let me know and I will make another video. Or I can make videos about other things. I've just, I really like educating people. And so I feel like educating people on something that I know a lot about because I experience it firsthand is really nice. Like there's not a lot of people know about demisexuality, gray, sexual, asexual, like this whole, there's so much in the spectrum, there really is. But yeah, I hope this video wasn't lame. Yeah, this was fun to film. I like answering questions that weren't really asked of me, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna go, but if you have any more questions, just link them down in the comments, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will hopefully upload another video, not within, I think, not in like 4 months, but in like 4 weeks or less. Okay.